Hello everyone. Welcome to another video by Mrs. Richards. Okay, yesterday we learned about the water cycle. Today we're going to learn about the carbon cycle. Our essential question of the day is, how does carbon move and flow through the environment? So we have a carbon cycle picture here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So like water, carbon moves in a continuous cycle among organisms and the environment. The continuous transfer of carbon between organisms and the non-living parts of the environment is known as the carbon cycle. All organisms, so all living things, contain carbon right here. And here's the element of carbon on the right-hand corner down here. Carbon is also present in the atmosphere above the clouds here, mainly as a component of carbon dioxide. Recall that plants use photosynthesis to convert carbon dioxide from the atmosphere into carbohydrates, which supply the plants with energy, or also known as glucose. So, last time we learned about food chains, food webs, and the flow of energy through organisms. So, you saw how energy moves between organisms through their feeding relationships. This energy is stored in the chemical bonds of the carbohydrates made during photosynthesis. The carbon in the carbohydrates also moves between organisms through their feeding relationships. Decomposers, remember decomposers down here, release CO2 into the soil when they break down the waste and remains of organisms. So we also see them here, down there. Much of the CO2 diffuses from the soil into the atmosphere, so it's still going back up. Carbon also enters the atmosphere in the CO2 that is a byproduct of cellular respiration, so cellular respiration from animals. The combustion burning of fossil fuels also plays a major role. Coal, oil, and natural gas are called fossil fuels because they formed from the remains of ancient organisms. Burning fossil fuels releases the carbon that was stored in those organisms. It combines with oxygen to form CO2.